Well, the bodies of the Dutch victims of the MH17 tragedy could soon be returned to their homeland. The first plane carrying victims is expected to leave for Eindhoven on Wednesday. And that's where CCTV's Richard Bessick is. And Richard, what can you tell us from there?
Well, Susan, we now anticipate that sometime on Wednesday afternoon here at Eindhoven Military Air Base, something like 2 Hercules transporters will be landing, carrying, we're told by the Foreign Ministry, something in the region of 50 victims, the bodies of 50 victims from flight MH17. We don't know how many flights there will be in total, but the Foreign Ministry is saying that the flights could probably continue until Friday. Once the bodies of the victims are on the ground, they will be taken by road to a military hospital about an hour and a half's drive from here, where begins the painstaking task of identification. That will take place under the umbrella of the National Forensic Investigation Office. The team will be made up of around 150 experts, all from differing backgrounds, different disciplines. And they will begin that process. It could take weeks, it could take months. But the process will begin. And for the families, at least, when that plane lands, those 2 planes land there on Wednesday afternoon, at least then the grieving process can begin. Some 6 days after what most Western governments believe the craft was shot down by a ground-to-air missile. Susan.
Richard, what kind of reception or memorial service will be held when the bodies do arrive?
Well, after what the people of Holland regard as the undignified treatment of the bodies of the victims of MH17 over the last 6 days, they will be received here with full honours. There will be a single bugle call marking their arrival. The Dutch King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima will be here to be on hand. The Prime Minister, Mark Rutte, will be here, and representatives of all the countries that had nationals on board the fated plane will be here as well. The Prime Minister has declared a day of national mourning, the first in more than 50 years here, and flags across the nation will be flying at half-staff during that memorial service. There's a silent walk in Amsterdam to remember the dead, and appropriately for the home of the bicycle in Holland, there's a call for all cyclists on Wednesday to wear a black armband. Susan, it is part of a national grieving for what is a very international tragedy.
It certainly is. Richard Bessick reporting live from Eindhoven. Thank you for that.